Lisa, don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long.
That's my opinion!
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
Because I don't want to be a part of it.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
Close your legs to married men, trash box.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Welcome to Morally Corrupt, a show here on the Ringer Reality feed. I'm Rachel Lindsay. She is Callie Crerie. Let's pop right into it. Salt Lake City, OC, Miami. We're ending Miami today. Sad, sad day. But we have a reunion to look forward to. Of the three that are on the air right now, which one's your favorite?
I think Salt Lake City.
Already? Two episodes in? All right, let's get into it. Mine's Miami.
I just think that it already being good, 2 episodes in, like, we're in for a treat.
You're so right, because I was watching this Salt Lake City with someone and I was like, Lisa comes back. And I was like, just when Lisa comes back, the shit's going to hit the fan. I was like, it's all going down. And man, did it go down.
The 30-second clip of her, or maybe it was probably like a minute and a half back and forth with her and Bronwyn. That's what I want.
Top level. Well, you know why? And we'll get into this at the end, but like at the end of this recap. But it's because of the way they both handled themselves. They couldn't have been on more opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, I'm so bad with sayings. What's the saying that I want to say?
I don't know.
A new queen in town. That's the sentiment I want to give. And her name is Bronwyn. And I'm
glad we're on the same page with this, because some people were on Lisa's side. And it's not that I'm taking Bronwyn's side, although I do agree with Bronwyn. It's that her argument was so much better. Her poise was so much better. Yeah. She didn't get ruffled, and everything Lisa said, she was just like, yeah, I do suck my husband's dick. I have no problem with that. Sorry.
I actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
She has the upper hand because
also,
Lisa's back's against the wall.
Anyone else suck dick?
Heather. I mean, not Heather.
What's her name?
Whitney. Was like,
Whitney was
I do. I found myself saying, I do.
No, literally, like, I'd be like, her saying that, I'd be like, yeah, I do. What?
Yeah.
So do you, Lisa. We all do.
Well, maybe
you might
she doesn't.
suck multiple. That's what I would have said.
Ooh, let's get into it. Okay, so it looks like I said last episode, so we meet the women still in their RVs out in the middle of nowhere. They survive their encounter. We have the name here, Molly Sorensen. I was adamant. I was like, these women did not spend the night there. And I'm not quite sure if they 100% did.
Mary did not. I can tell you that.
Like, there had to have been an off-site place. They woke up in the bed there. Because I'm also like, how did the cameras fit in here? There seemed to be only one bedroom on the RV.
Yeah,
there's no way that happened.
5 beds.
Yeah.
It wasn't that big of an RV. I could bet money Mary did not sleep there. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I think that like maybe Angie, maybe Heather, maybe Whitney, maybe Brittany.
I don't even know if that many. And you're right. The fact we know for a fact that Mary did not sleep there by Mary's actions of she wouldn't even get out of the RV to help push.
Like, I am not.
To help push.
First of all, the fact that they knew she wasn't. They were like, you're not coming, right? She was like, no.
I want the grace that Mary is given in that friendship group in all my like work relationships, friendships, love relationships.
In
like,
all walks of life.
Nobody messes with Mary. Everyone's like, well, that's just Mary. That's just Mary. And it's fine. And they don't get mad at her. It's like, even as we move on and Lisa's having lunch with Heather, she never asks, what did Mary say?
Yeah.
It's Mary. We're just happy she's here.
She knows Lisa and Mary weren't in a good place though at the reunion, right?
But she also didn't ask about Brittany, who claims that they're best friends. I can't remember, but it was just like, I guess
she didn't. She didn't ask about Brittany, and Heather didn't bring up Brittany when Lisa kept being like, "Did anyone stand up for me?" And Heather was
like, just me. Heather was like, it was just me.
Her main cheerleader was Brittany, but
she's like,
I wonder if Heather said it off camera, because when they meet up at the party, Lisa's like, oh my God, I missed you so much. And like gave Brittany a hug.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she know Brittany was
didn't hold
it
against her.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to the ending and the back and forth between Bronwyn and Lisa, there was another part that stood out to me as one of the funniest parts in this episode.
Oh, please. It has to be the same one I'm thinking. Has to be.
Was it at the lunch?
No.
Oh, okay. So we have different ones. All right, I'll go first. When Heather and Lisa go to the lunch,
oh yeah,
immediately when they walk in, I said, "Oh my God, look, 2 Black women." I was like thrilled. I was like, "Look, there's 2 Black women sitting there." The way that one Black woman, is really both of them. I want you to go back and watch this. She looked Heather up and down like, why are you dressed like that and where are you going? Because Heather was in like a skirt.
I saw her.
Legs were out and it was clearly cold. But she looked at Heather like, I'm sorry, what? Like, looked her up and down,
I did not
rolled
notice
her
that.
eyes. I couldn't help but notice it because I was already zoomed in on them. I was like, oh my gosh, 2 Black women out here in Salt Lake City. And they said, I was like, they have to be paid. You have to go back and notice it. It's so obvious.
Said something?
No, the way that they looked. I was like,
okay.
Everybody in that room to me was a paid actor.
I'm gonna go back and look
otherwise.
after this pod.
You can't.
I didn't even
text
realize
me.
there was Black women there.
2, not 1. 2.
With each other.
2. With each other.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. What was the part you were gonna say?
I was giggling when Seth was like, Jared, do you love Brittany? And he was like, I'm he was like, in love. He was like, I'm in love. I am passionately in love, but I don't know. And if you look at all the other men in the room, they are giggling. Like they're
dying
just
laughing.
like in the background laughing. And right after he said that, Seth just pinched his nose. Like, what are we going to do?
And it was such a quick moment. It was, you're right. It was like 30 seconds.
They didn't show the guys otherwise.
Yeah.
The editors were just like, we got to put this part in, but we don't need anything else from them.
I'm convinced that he's a paid actor as well.
Well, also I'm like, you struggled to say you were that you loved, in love, passionately in love. You were just engaged to her like 2 months ago. I know you're not anymore.
Again, paid actor.
But
Brittany picked him up in theater class along the way. That's really what's going on here. And that's the extent of their relationship. Truly, it has to be. I was shocked when we got that 30 seconds and he was there. Because I was like, I know she said he's involved in her life every day, but I just was kind of like, oh, wait, he's here? And normally, she would make some announcement, but too many other things were going on for her to even,
she was ready to run
now
to Lisa and tell her everything.
So, and speaking of running to Lisa and telling everything, we saw Heather do that. Now, we'll talk about OC, but I feel like there's a difference between the way Emily went back and had a conversation with Tamra versus the way we saw Heather go back to Lisa. We've talked about it before, once Heather and Lisa became friends, that Heather just has this almost desperate allegiance towards Lisa, where I understand wanting to be in a good place, but where she's willing to sacrifice it all in the name of Lisa. And something really rubbed me the wrong way that she was like, okay, let me throw Meredith under the bus. Meredith didn't have your back like you wanted her to. And it's like, Meredith's also non-confrontational. I felt like, wait a second, Meredith wasn't intentionally not having your back. Meredith was just being Meredith. She didn't like the drama. She was, what's her favorite word?
Disengaged.
She was disengaged. She was completely disengaged. And she already is starting a riff episode 2 between Meredith and Lisa. And I just didn't, it's like, fine. Angie and Lisa, we get it. Angie can hold her own. And there was some kind of there was a motive behind what she was doing. Whitney, fine. We get it. Mary, there's nothing to say there. But it's almost like she's trying to take the place of Meredith. That's how it felt to me.
Yeah. She's been trying to for 2 seasons.
But throwing Meredith under the bus, maybe I just don't remember it last season.
I mean, she wanted to be friends with Meredith too, but I feel like Lisa has let her in more, so she's going with Lisa. But all she said, she was like, what did Meredith say? And she was like, she did in the beginning, but then when things turned up, she just didn't say anything.
When things got tough, I was your bottom bitch, is basically
Which
what
you
she
weren't,
said.
Brittany was.
Was she right? Brittany stood up.
Yeah.
Brittany yelled. Brittany threw other people's drama in the mix.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, other things happened in this episode, but let's get to why we came here today.
One more thing before we get to why we came here today, because Mary and her son had an appearance.
I know. I just didn't want to talk about anything sad.
I know it is really sad, and he's clearly struggling. And I don't know if there's like a right way, but he can't. Oh, obviously we've seen since then that he got arrested,
Mhm.
but he can't be doing drugs.
It was okay, but the moment
I understand. She even explained I'm reacting this way because I want him to still tell me the truth. So I understand her reaction, but I'm like, okay, but now what?
he needs to be in an inpatient facility, which I know he has, but sometimes people have to keep going back to it. It was interesting
I know people
to
that
hear
have gone
her,
like 4 or 5 times to get sober.
for sure. It was interesting to hear her bring up Robert Sr. because I kept thinking, like, is he involved? Are they still together?
Mhm.
And for her, I was like, okay, thank you for answering our question in regard to that. And then when last season, before he admitted to what he was doing, we clearly knew he was on drugs. When he started talking during their conversation, I was like, he's on drugs. Like, immediately, I knew that he was.
Well, I haven't seen him not.
Convo. I feel like when maybe we first met. No, remember when he was like when the first season, he would be in the kitchen with her and stuff, and
I guess he'd be a little bit more playful.
More life.
Yeah.
To him, he was kind of annoying her and joking with her.
Yeah, but he's been through a lot since then, so I wasn't sure. But when he said he had smoked, I was like, yeah.
But either way, he was like down, and you could tell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it reminded me of how he was when she came into that bedroom that time with his wife.
Girl.
It was like, that's the same energy. And I was like, oh my gosh.
He was on another planet when she went into his bedroom. But he was on his way to another planet in this episode. He wasn't there yet.
Yeah,
but I was just like, I do like that he's telling her the truth. And I think, I don't know. I'm not an addict, so like, I don't know. But I would feel like he's feeling like he's a failure. But just because you, like how she was like, you got to get back up. You fall off the horse, you get back up, which is totally like the mentality you have to have. But it's more so like, okay, I'm not as strong as I was when I left the inpatient facility the first time. I probably need to go back and try again because I'm not able to stay off drugs. Yeah. And you like keep doing it until you're able to sustain it. And it is every day. It's a choice every day.
Yeah. And then hearing him say like, well, I don't have friends because the friends I used to hang out with do that. So it's like, it's almost like, well, he said it. I was about to say you almost need something else to pour into. And he said it's food for him.
And drugs.
And drugs. So I don't know. He just needs, it's a work in progress. It's a journey. It's a journey.
Yeah. I think that we could all say that it's obviously not easy. It's a disease. So it's not shocking that it's not fixed with one trip. Can it be? Sure, it does for some people. But like, I don't think that they should, including Mary, like be ashamed of him going back. If he needs more help.
Right. I think it sounds like she's for it.
Yeah.
Now to the party. So immediately when they introduce us to this friend/socialite, the only socialite apparently that exists in Salt Lake City, I thought because this is where the party is, I immediately thought they might be grooming her, giving us just a little sneak peek for next season. Even though we didn't get her, we didn't see her talk or get a personality. I thought, I wonder if this is a soft launch into she could be replacing like a Whitney or somebody like that, Because I'm immediately interested
or somebody like
in Amy. I'm immediately interested in Amy. I want to know more about her. I want to know why they step in and out of Utah. I want to know why she's the only one that is deemed a socialite. I want to know what this party is. Does she create it just for the show, or is this something she does every year? There are things I need to know. And I want to know them with Amy. So if that was the purpose, congratulations. They definitely piqued my interest in regard to that. Lisa Lisa's back. This is the first time she's back with all the ladies. And immediately she comes in and she's like, Heather told me everything. And you can already tell the moment she starts saying that, Meredith is disengaging.
Mm-hmm.
Meredith is like going to another place. Like
Meredith was like, yeah, it was really bad. That's all I got.
As much as I want the drama for TV, I appreciate that we have one character that's like that. It's like, you know what? Nah.
I do appreciate seeing Meredith like sit back and like eat popcorn. You know? Because like that is us.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, side note, what were Meredith and Seth looking at in the balcony in the snow? Were
I have
those
no
turkeys?
idea. No idea.
Okay.
Did you see? I was too focused on her outfit.
And I was focused on the animal. I don't even know what she was wearing.
She had on white knee-high or over-the-knee boots with a heel. And I'm like, you're at home on your balcony.
But didn't that look like a new home? Every year they have a different home.
I mean, it's not their home.
But every year they're in but they rent a different home every year. Like,
yeah, well, I wonder if they just rent for the season. I'm like, how often is she in Utah? I don't know.
Yeah, especially it seems like she's in New York now based on Next Gen.
Based on Next Gen, based on her DJing career.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Well, we use career loosely.
How did you forget? She's got a career.
She's got a career.
She is DJing multiple times a week, and it is insanity.
Where?
All over New York.
You follow her?
No, but the videos follow me. Because I can't help but send them to people. So I'm engaging.
No, I don't like it. I mean, good for her. No. Let me not. It is good for her. I like to see people tap into new hobbies. It is not for me.
No,
so
it's not
I'm
for me
not
either.
paying attention. I'm not paying attention to it.
Her music's not my music.
And watch, it's probably going to be in my algorithm now after we set this.
I can't wait for you to see the first video.
I really haven't. I've only seen the one where she and Lisa are together. Okay, so we get to we're at the party now, and Lisa's ready to go, right? Lisa has her insults ready to go. You can tell she's coming after. Actually, she's not coming after Bronwyn. That's the funny thing. It's almost as if she's like, I don't want it with Bronwyn. Yeah. She knows Bronwyn will eat her up.
Yeah.
She's like, Angie, I want to talk to Angie. And Bronwyn's like, no.
Yeah, she's saying that I said it.
Your problem's with me. Your problem's with me. And Lisa wasn't ready for that. Lisa was ready for Angie.
Mm-hmm.
And Bronwyn said, no, I'm ready for you. Not only am I ready for you, I've been doing some reading in my spare time. And they had the 5 lawsuits. It is highlighted. It would have been better if she would have whipped it out. Because
I'm more
she could be like, here.
That she was that poised. Like, she was like, oh, she wants to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, Angie's telling you it was me. It was me. Like, most people were like, no, it wasn't me. Like, even Angie was like, the things that Bronwyn said led me to believe that you were like Jen Shah. Like, even Angie didn't want to stand on what she said, which even in the moment she was like, okay, maybe not Jen Shah, but like, she's getting sued. But she didn't want the smoke. Like, she was like, it wasn't me, because like she was hoping to just like talk shit behind someone's back. Bronwyn was like, I wasn't talking shit behind your back because I will also say it to you. So come talk to me. I'm the one that said it. This is what I know. What did she say? When she was like, what did Lisa say? What was the ending? Lisa said something and she was like, you know what you need to do, Lisa? You need to go to work so you can pay off all those.
That's what she said. So Lisa goes, she thinks she's a lawyer now, but she didn't even go to college. And Bronwyn's like, I don't think I'm a lawyer. I don't have to be a lawyer to read the newspaper. Yeah. And then Lisa's like, you should really go to school. And Bronwyn's like, and you should go to work to pay off those lawsuits.
Yeah.
She was calm,
and then Lisa was
collected.
Like, she's disgusting. She's a pig. And I was like, oh, she got you.
Yeah. You know you've lost an argument when you're name calling, when you're criticizing you for like loving and being intimate with your husband.
Are we going to get the head nod? Lisa was like, you can make fun of me all you want. That's not going to make your lawsuits disappear.
Lisa would have been better off just saying, I know you are, but what am I? I mean, because everything that was coming out of her mouth was so bad. Yeah, your mom would have been so much better. You could tell she was frazzled. She was like, you're a pig, you're this. And the best part is that not one woman got involved. Not a Heather, not a Meredith.
No. Meredith was like, okay, that's enough. This is not the time or the place.
She didn't,
and Bronwyn
she didn't
was like,
do it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, like she didn't do enough. She didn't. They just sat there and Whitney, the camera keep going back to Whitney, just
Whitney's
smiling.
facials. I think like Whitney hasn't been good for me for a few seasons. Just her facials and her being like, I do. When Brown was like, does anyone else suck dick? I was like, Whitney, you might have gotten yourself another season from me.
Like, seriously.
Because those are the facials. If I was sitting there and they were going back and forth, I too would have been like, oh my God, she's destroying you right now.
And that's how you know, I'll die on the hill of that these women come with prepared statements.
Oh, Gal Dick Sucker was absolutely prepared.
Yeah, Gal Dick Sucker was prepared. And then, but all Lisa had to say was, she could have made comments of like, I'm happy that you find my life so interesting because you're so bored in your own. Like, these are like little things she could have said.
Yeah.
But then she could have done what she did with Whitney. It's like, once that person's lying, that's not true. And once I prove to you that's right, then I'm going to come after you because you're part, you know what I mean? Easily could have done that. But the problem is that she might have gotten Bronwyn with the jewelry thing about not buying that jewelry last season. But Bronwyn's a threat to her. She's got the money. She's very honest and owns the things that she says.
Yeah.
There are no lawsuits. There's nothing like that.
She has access.
Yeah. And so I think when Lisa said, we forgot one of the most important lines in this entire episode. When Lisa's talking to Heather at dinner and she's like, I'm not like any of y'all. Like, none of y'all live a life.
My life is very different than you all's. And Heather was like, it's not that different. Which for Heather to stand up to Lisa is like a huge thing. And Lisa's response was, you all know I do big things.
I'm definitely, we're having Lisa on the show very soon and I'm asking her that question.
What big things do you do?
What did you mean by that? Yeah. What does that mean? And do you feel like that was condescending in any kind of way? And y'all give me the rest of the questions y'all think y'all want to hear me ask Lisa, by the way.
But you're basically saying that like all these other women kind of suck up to Lisa. Bronwyn does not need Lisa and also does quote unquote big things with or without Lisa. And Lisa does not like that relationship.
No. And I'm not as tapped into what people say about Bronwyn versus Lisa, but because I like Bronwyn, I just think that everybody does. But I'm curious, you're a little tapped in more than me. Are people team Lisa or
people
Bronwyn?
Love Lisa. People love Lisa. Like way before this. The comments of this specific argument, people were saying that Bronwyn deep fried
her up.
But there was like a few.
Did you say deep fried?
Yes. deep fried her. This thing?
Yes.
Literally like the entire time that interaction was going, like after Bronwyn would talk. I'm like, this is the perfect time. I needed someone, I would have loved for Whitney just to do just once.
Then I hip to that.
We needed those black women in the background there.
Now they would have done it. They would have done that. Bring them back because we know they're on the payroll.
But it's this because it means 8 in sign language.
No, but I see people do the pointer finger and the thumb.
So it started out like this because it means 8.
With the middle finger and the thumb, all right.
And then it's just become so popular that now people do this.
So was the ASL community doing it first?
I don't know.
And is it something that
I don't know, but this means 8, supposedly. I don't know.
I did see somebody say that, but I've
seen it a bunch that people are like, why is everyone doing this? Like, how did it morph from this to this? It's this.
But I still see some do this. Let me
Oh,
just
a lot of
turning.
people do this, but I think it's just that like they saw someone doing this and they didn't know, so then they started doing this, and then
You know what else it is? There's an emoji that's kind of like this.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then I
yeah,
see people
yeah.
doing that. I'm turning a corner on it. When people used to do that, I used to like slap their hands. To get that out of my face.
I've never done it like in real life.
Never. But now I've accepted other people doing it.
I think I'm too old. Like I can't do it.
Now you know how I feel about those things. Age is a social construct.
Oh,
God. But there are certain things that I don't do, and that is one of them. You're right. I do feel too old to do that.
Yeah, it's not that I'm like 30-year-olds do it and I'm 36. It's like 12-year-olds do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I see aunties. Aunties are hitting this, but I don't consider myself one of those.
Okay, so maybe I'm too young and too old. I'm in the bracket that like I'm not a teenager. I'm also not 70.
Do you still put LOL after things on your text messages?
Millennial.
So like I'm so I read that and I actively try not to put LOL now.
I've always done like I'll do LOL sometimes. I also do ha. Like
I do that.
But I was doing that before. But I will see myself doing it. I'm just like, I don't fucking care.
I do.
I need people to know that I'm like, LOL. Like, I'm joking.
Like fighting auntie. Like when my friends, I said this on Higher Learning and I was like, my friend went to a party and it was a 40-year-old birthday party. And it was the people that I went to school with, college. And I was like, I just don't feel like I give that energy. That's the nicest way I can say it.
You definitely don't give auntie energy.
I feel you, and I just am like, I saw it and I was like, that's how they were in there. That's how they were acting. Like nothing, everything about me just feels, I don't know. But this is also how you feel after, like I feel like I got to restart on life post-divorce, so that could be it.
Yeah. And you've been hanging out with some younger people. I was going to say something like very graphic and I did it. So I'm glad I did it.
Oh, okay. Gout dick sucker.
The opposite. If you get piped by a young boy, it might give you a little extra pep in your step.
I know that's right. Let's move on to OC. Not a crazy. I wish they would give us more in the episode. Like I wish the Tamra stuff could have happened earlier on, and that she didn't run out of the room, because that really is this episode. Although I really appreciated seeing, oh my God, Jen with her daughter. I really loved that moment. Mm-hmm. And I just like her daughter being her best friend and the love that they have for one another and all of that. I was really like, I really like this. This is really,
did you like Tamra
another side of Jen. We've seen her and Sophie together.
Yeah.
I believe obviously in their relationship. Mm-hmm. I did not believe in the scene that they forced us to watch. That was painful. I believe in her support of her music career and their love and all of that. I do not believe in that music school and her, like even her being like, oh, you describe it so much better than me, what you do. And she's like, I produce and sing. I was like, yeah.
I will say that the music that she was dropping, I was like, I have never heard of any of these people in my life.
Yeah, that's a different genre.
The Aristocats or something.
She said LVP.
Oh, she did say LVP, but Tamra was like, Lisa Vanderpump?
We were all thinking it. Yeah, she's got a different, I don't know she described the genre it is, but I also wasn't familiar with that either.
We also saw Tamra and Eddie, and Tamra.
I forgot about him.
And yeah, I was like, where have you been? But Eddie was like, Shannon, she's just a little kooky, but like, I don't think she's a bad person. Gretchen, I think she's evil. But also, when Tamra mentioned Gretchen, Eddie was like, you're talking to Gretchen? I'm like, do you and Eddie talk? You've been filming with Gretchen for months.
I thought he meant, because I thought Tamra was kind of putting it like we've gotten to a good place.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I thought he was taking of it, like, like you're cool with her?
Yeah. Okay. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Where are you, Eddie? Why don't you know
That's
anything?
I am asking the same question. So where's Eddie? Like it was, when I saw Eddie, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we've seen Sophie more than we've seen Eddie.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
I get it. Eddie's been subjected to so much hate. Like I get why husbands like Eddie don't want to film anymore.
Yeah.
So then like it all goes down. We get to the self-defense class. Gretchen and if the ladies would have been smart, somebody would have yanked Gretchen's ponytail because that thing was barely hanging on. As a lover of extensions and clip-ins and weaves, I can tell that thing was barely hanging on. Like one tug and that whole thing would have come off because that hair color didn't even match her hair.
I don't understand Gretchen's hair in general. Every episode she's doing something where I'm just like, why that?
It's a lot of hairspray.
Why that choice? Honestly, this mismatched braid is probably one of my favorite looks.
It was so mismatched, though. It was so mismatched. Her and the Tomb Raider thing, fine, cool, whatever. Like I knew when Emily walked in, she was going to burst the bubble.
Oh,
Emily was going to give her nothing.
Emily knows her marching orders.
Do you think Emily's a flip-flopper?
Yeah.
See, I just was like, Emily's not Gretchen's friend. See, I didn't take her to be a flip-flopper. I think she went to have fun, and I was like...
But she's not Tamra's either.
Her saying she didn't trust Tamra with the intimate details of her life made me feel like, yeah, like that's smart. She has a wall up. She's not Tamra's best friend.
No, but she also said that everything Tamra does is calculated. I think she said this in a confessional, not in person.
Yeah.
She don't like Tamra.
Yeah. I think it's what I've said in other.
She
fun.
can have fun with Tamra, but she don't like
Tamra's
Tamra.
fun. Tamra's a fun friend, right? They're not. She will never be a Gina. What Emily has with Gina, that's never going to happen. She doesn't trust Tamra, but they can have fun together.
I will say this: I do think Emily like flip flops based upon like the group because she always wants to get the juice. So she like eggs people on. Like she was egging Gretchen on to get more information.
Gretchen was also wasted.
Yeah, she was wasted. But she doesn't flip on her actual friends.
This is how I know that Gretchen... Oh! I said I was going to wait to see if you noticed this. It was pointed out to me on Monday. And I don't think you have. Did you notice we don't have Katie?
Yeah, because I saw people commenting about it. I saw people commenting that they would rather have Katie than Gretchen.
Didn't notice. Zachary Reality brought it to my attention.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, we've gone a week without Katie. He was like, it's been like 2 weeks.
A week? Yeah, no, it's been like 2 to 3. Yeah.
Callie, on my beloved dogs, I didn't even notice.
I did notice.
And I said, and Callie didn't bring it up to me either. And I'm going to see when I talk to her on Friday if she noticed.
I noticed because people were commenting stuff like a week or something ago. And I was just like, oh yeah, she's not here. But then I was like, didn't she say she was leaving? I thought that there was like kind of like I don't know.
But I thought it was like Tamra is leaving and she's done. And then she's back with us. She opens the next episode, you know? So I just didn't take it seriously. But
she gone. Her last conversation was with Jen.
Somebody says she might
lunch.
She might come back, but it made me think of Katie in this episode, but also so does Zachary Reality. When Gretchen's like, I never said more than you guys were egging me on. I never said more than she had a song. And they go back and play it. And in the car, she's like, she had a song. And she was doing so-and-so on the microphone. Like they didn't ask that. She said it. That's when I was like, Gretchen is a liar. Or she drinks to the point where she can't remember. So it's like we've seen her lie on camera where she's like, I never said that I wasn't going to. Hold on a second. Can you hear that? Okay, let me do this again.
Yeah.
We've seen her lie on camera where she said that she wasn't going to. She never went to the hospital. When she said she did go to the hospital. Now we've seen her lie where she's like, I never said more than she had a song. Nope. You also were the first person to bring up the affair. It was not Slade. Nobody knew that until they had Slade give more info because you brought it up and they were trying to figure out what's going on here. And I'm like, I know you said something to Katie now at Javier's. And so maybe Eddie is onto something here when he's like, Gretchen's evil. We at least know she's a liar. we at least know she's a liar.
Who are you talking
Hey,
shit about?
Daddy, I'm on a podcast.
Who are you talking shit about?
Hello.
I know y'all not talking shit about. Is that about Lisa Barlow?
We moved past
Probably,
something. We'll see.
probably about one of
Go,
his
we coming here
friends.
talking shit about Lisa Barlow.
Probably about one of his friends. I thought that was your actual father.
Justin?
When you said daddy.
Oh,
so
when
then
I
when he
said daddy,
brought-
she thought it was my dad.
So then when I heard his voice, I was like,
And then
Rachel's
she
dad
heard you.
talks like
Can you
that?
imagine?
She goes, Rachel's dad talks like that.
Can you imagine? I'd be like, I need to talk
We
to
keeping
Rachel
all this in.
I was like, not the judge.
I'll see you in a second. Not the judge. That's so funny. He's like, who y'all talking about? Lisa Barlow? We passed
We already
that.
wrapped that up.
We already wrapped it up. Okay, yes, it's all that to say Gretchen is a liar. And to be honest, you can't be with Slade and not love some of the mess. It's got to be something you have in common. How about when they did the flashback? I totally forgot when Slade did that comedy bit and he just trashed all the women. It wasn't funny.
Oh, yeah.
And he remember he called like Vicky Michelin tire or pig.
No.
He called her pig.
Yeah, he called her a pig. He called Tamra
And then
Michelin
she
Man.
went and got a facelift like the next, like when she came back to the reunion, she had just, it was, I totally forgot the kind of evil that Slade is. Like, one, just to be talking about people's looks, but then two, to just be trashing women and that be your comedy skit. Like, yeah. Gretchen should be embarrassed. I don't care that Slade doesn't have any money. I care that he's loves to talk and shit on other women and like thrives off that.
Yeah, I shouldn't say lots, but like, how does Eddie make money? I don't know. Like, I'm not worried about how much money. What?
I was gonna say,
You know?
well, yeah, he lost it. No, he lost.
That's
his
what I'm saying. He had
job,
his
but
gym. So I'm like,
but
what
we
does
at
he do?
least
I don't
knew
know.
he had something at one point.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I don't know what all these men do. And like, Vicky has dated people that don't have jobs. There's been
Yeah,
a
I'm fine with those
plethora
things.
of men on specifically the OC, but maybe even others if we like actually think about it. But for sure on the OC that don't got a lot of bread. But you can't not have bread and also the way he talks to and about women and how excited he gets to talk shit is weird. It's actually crazy him and Gretchen are still together.
Well, okay. Have you ever seen the movie Weapons? The scary movie?
No, you told me not to see it.
No, I didn't. I just watched it. I just watched it.
Maybe, maybe it's Taylor.
People
Someone
either really
told me.
like it or they really like it or they really don't. I didn't like the ending. And I'm a person who, if the ending is bad, it could ruin the entire movie. Like, the movie could be 120 minutes. And if 119 could be good, and if the last minute's bad, I hate the whole movie. But Slade and Gretchen remind me, spoiler alert, you're not going to watch it.
No.
The premise of the movie is that
I don't like scary movies.
This witch, it's not scary. This witch is like getting old and dying, and she feeds off of other people, right? Like she sucks the life out of them, and that's how she keeps living. And she's been doing it for centuries and centuries. That is Gretchen and Slade. They are empowered by gossip and mess and rumors and shitting on other people, particularly these housewives. That's what gives them life. That might be what energizes their relationship. They are Aunt Gladys. That's her name. I had to think about it for a second.
Honestly, they both really look good for their age. They might really be Aunt Gladys.
When Tamra said, "What am I going to get from Gretchen?" What did she say? Something. She was like, a meal or something like that, she said, and a bag of groceries and a Facetune subscription. I don't know why that made me laugh.
Wait, I have a question. When Tamra was like, there's a video of you with a vibrator in your vagina, where is that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I'm afraid to look, and I've never seen it, but Gretchen did say.
I was like, did I forget?
I've never heard that. I think that's something that happened off camera. Because I do remember when Tamra confronted her at the reunion and she was like, "You've been having an affair. This guy you said was a family friend." I think it all after like it happened off camera, but maybe they couldn't talk about it. But Gretchen said she went to court and that picture was proven to be fake or not her. She said that when they were yelling at each other. She said that in this episode. She was like, and that's why I went to court and it was proven that picture was fake. She said something like that.
So then that makes the diss way less powerful than I thought it was.
Yeah, but maybe Tamra didn't know that. I don't know. Or maybe she doesn't believe it. I don't know. But I think I believe Tamra that she did not. Well, I did believe that the rumor wasn't true, but the way when Emily said to Tamra, hey, this is the rumor that
I know exactly
Gretchen,
what you're about to say.
That Gretchen said, and she was, but before she even said what the rumor was, she was like, yeah, I made a song. It was right when Simon and I were separated and I had just started dating Eddie. And that's before Emily even said the affair thing. And I thought, nobody would say that. Yeah, I remember when I made that song. That was right after my divorce and right before I met the new guy. Who would say that? They'd be like, oh yeah, I remember I did that song. Or, oh yeah, I remember this person. Or, you know what I mean? That made it very suspicious to me.
I had the same thought you had when her and Emily were talking, and the first thing she said was, yeah, I did. It was right after, what's his name? Simon and I got separated, and right as I was about to date Eddie or just started dating Eddie. And I was just like, why would you give us that specific timeline?
Yeah. But I'm also like, Tamra, you're smarter than that.
Well,
but maybe not. Maybe she was trying so hard. I don't know, but
by the way, that changes things. If that is the in fact timeline, which who knows if it is or if it isn't, then that wouldn't be a affair. That just means that she hooked up with this dude.
Well, that's why she said it.
Yeah. So I don't really care if she did or she didn't.
I would have liked it better if Emily would have told her the rumor and she'd be like, that's such a lie. I had just separated from Simon and I was like just getting to know Eddie. That I would have believed. But the intro, I'm like, nah, girl.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Something ain't right here.
What?
That's what I mean about Tamra's story.
It's like, what's happening?
You're like, what?
Is Justin coming back? Yeah. I don't know if that flagged with Emily, but also, who cares? It happened 20 years ago.
Well, if it happened while she was with
even if
Eddie,
it happened,
that's
even
a
if
problem.
it happened, well, with Eddie, yes, but even if it happened while she was married to Simon, they were on the brink of divorce.
Yeah, and their divorce is finalized, and I don't think he can come back and say unless there's some clause in their settlement, like if I find out you cheated during the marriage. Who knows? But I doubt that that's the case. Like Simon's moved on, and he married. Like they've moved on. But still, it's also just like bad for her reputation. Like it's just not, which is what Gretchen came to do, to destroy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So Tamra ends up running out. She's like, I've had enough, which
she
I understand.
She like gets to a point and her voice starts going crazy. She's been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, calm down.
But as a person who has a lot of emotion and reacts, it would grind my gears, as people say, if like the way, and I think Emily noted it, Gretchen acts, I'm a Christian, I'm all this, I'm above it, I'm so much better than you, like morally, with values. But then you get down and dirty.
Just like Tamra does.
Just like, if not worse. And so it's you knew what you were doing when you called Slade, when you put this rumor out there, even if you were a little tipsy, like you knew that wasn't a safe space with Heather and Emily. You knew that. And and even if they didn't say anything, it was on camera at this point.
What did she say?
Like she
said the person has become the master.
Now, I'm not good at these sayings.
She said something like that.
I'm not the one to ask.
I don't know.
The student is becoming the master.
Yeah, but it's, yeah.
The teacher.
That's basically.
Y'all know what we mean.
Yeah.
Y'all know what we mean.
That's what she was saying.
But yeah, so Tamra runs out, and we going to pick up where we left off next week?
Well, at least we're going to start the episode on some fire.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I don't think Tamra's calmed down at all. She's running right from this episode to the next episode.
She is still running from, where was that? In the lobby?
Bear.
Yeah.
So good.
She's been running for a long time.
Okay, Miami. This is the finale, and it really all leads up to this Christmas party.
I didn't get finale vibes at all from this episode.
I mean, Adriana's completely unraveled. And I'm curious as to who you believe when it comes to, obviously there's going to be truth on both sides, but if you're leaning to something when it comes to Adriana and Julia, who are you leaning more towards?
Oh, it's not close. Julia, there's too many red flags for me there that don't make sense.
I'm Julia.
There's way too many red flags for me for Julia. She sucks up to those girls too much.
No, she does.
I don't know what's been going on with her kids. The fact that she don't know her kid's school name is weird to me. Adopting these boys at this time is weird to me, although I'm happy that they seem happy and the boys seem healthy. Like, I'm happy for all that. There's just like a lot of things that don't really make sense to me. Adriana is crazy. Like, that's a fact. I don't think that's arguable.
Yeah.
But I think Adriana has been a better friend to Julia than Julia has been to her.
So Julia said something that really stuck with me. And I was like, I actually believe that. She's like, what you guys don't know is Adriana's a friend to me on camera. But behind camera, she screams at me. She tells me I'm not being her friend. She tells me what to do. She tells me how to talk in conversations. And I actually believe that because there are things that Adriana has said since she's brought Julia on of like kind of like, you know better than that. You're my friend. You're supposed to do this. And I'm like, I think that is the type of friend she is. There's supposed to be I think there should be an absolute deeper allegiance to Adriana because that was your friend first. But Adriana has this whole thing of, I brought you here. You wouldn't know them without me. You owe me. That's the perfect way to say it. Mm-hmm. And so I believe Julia when it comes to that. I believe you on all the things you're saying, the outside stuff that we talked about, like on the last podcast and all that. But I think that Julia's kind of had enough of, I do think she sucks up to those women, but the whole controlling nature of Adriana, and it always comes back to, and I think we saw, when we first met Julia was like that. It was, Adriana would get upset and it was like, well, Adriana's this, and she would say all those things. It would kind of be like, Julia, like, do you not see how she's acting? I think that Julia's had enough with that. And I think that she's like, I would like to get to know other people. I don't necessarily agree with the way she's doing it all the time. But with Adriana, it's like, you're down with me, or just you don't need to be here and shut up because you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't, and then she gets into the, crazy Adriana phase where she's like, you wouldn't even know these people if it wasn't for, I brought you from nothing. I brought you from nothing. And it's like they wouldn't she's married to a superstar.
She wouldn't dare go to that house I found you at. I was like, what? Where was she?
In the gutter?
But did she meet her before Martina?
How long has she been married to Martina?
She dated a lot of people. She's been engaged to 9 times until she landed her superstar player.
I think that she was just making a dig at her. I don't know if she knew her before, but
I don't know.
But I agree.
I do agree with you. I don't fully not believe what Julia said about Adriana yelling at her. Like, I believe that probably did happen. So honestly, it's probably neither for me.
Yeah,
and it's as much as I have been going hard for Adriana this season. I think she has been so funny. When Marysol said, I'm the one that told her to say wretched and use your accent as an excuse. First of all, I was like, Marysol is sneaky as fuck. How many times has she come up with an excuse for something and whatever?
And that's what Adriana said.
I fully believe Marysol.
So, but do you think that when she said ratchet, do you think she meant old and miserable?
Yeah, because she said it in the moment. Like, I don't think that she meant ratchet as like ghetto.
Ghetto, yeah.
Yes. But she didn't mean wretched.
Right. She said the wrong word, but with the meaning of that. And I wish she could have articulated that. Like, yes, I said ratchet. She did give me the word, but like I even said in the moment, I meant old and miserable, not like
She
Like
said
a hood
miserable
rat.
multiple times. Ratchet and
Yeah.
miserable aren't the same thing.
Yeah. But that was
Because
a shocker.
even before we knew the wretched thing, I was like, did she know what she was saying? Because she kept saying miserable. So it didn't make sense.
Yeah, you did say that.
But when Marysol said it, I was like, oh, I believe her 1,000,000%. I believe Marysol.
But this goes to what I'm saying about Julia. Actually, no. I take that back. Marysol did it, not Adriana. Marysol was like, you owe me, you have to be good for me for 2 years. 2 years is such a random number. Is that the end of Adriana's contract? Like, that's all I kept thinking. Does she only have 2 more years left on her contract?
Maybe
what's
Marysol
happening?
only has 2 more years left of this.
Yeah. I was like, that's such an odd thing to say.
But
that
also
was a
it's funny
shocker. That was a good little twist.
It was. And Adriana saying to Stephanie, like, Marysol's in PR. Like, she will fix things for you, but then you'll have to, like, treat her differently. And then when that happened, I was like, that's literally what Adriana was saying.
That's what she knew, because she did it for her, not because, you know, in Marysol's defense.
Not to be a good friend.
But in Marysol's defense, not because Marysol is always doing this. You could point to a particular situation where she just recently did this for you.
Mm-hmm,
so it's almost like, I don't want to say that is a defining moment for Marysol, but Adriana could make it be like, oh, because I know exactly what she just did. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else happened. I love, as much shit as I give Stephanie, I loved what Stephanie did with Kiki.
Mm-hmm,
I mean, we knew she was doing the drink, but I forgot about it with all the other drama.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is really sweet, beautiful. Nice to see Kiki, was really appreciative of that.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about the I Love My Dog song? What?
I don't know. There was a lot of things this episode.
I thought she was just going to play the piano. And I was like, great, play Beethoven's Fifth or whatever it's called. Like, play that. And she said, I love my dog. I thought she was trying to be funny and it didn't land.
She wasn't trying to be funny.
I thought she was trying to be funny. I thought.
Also, Adriana performing those same songs over again. I was like, we gotta figure something out.
Well, what else did they think she was going to perform?
I was hoping she had something else up her sleeve. She's been doing it for 14 years, she said.
She does say that. I always knew that, but the shady part was that they were like, the name of the song, year 2012, Fire.
I know.
2022. I was like, come on. And then this is what I mean. Like, Adriana did herself no favors. I completely went to the other end with Julia when she's like, you're jealous of me. You try to hinder my career. You're trying to be like competitive with me. And it's like, Julia started doing opera as a show of affection to her
dog.
Wife. No, to Martina.
No. I remember. That was like last season or maybe 2 seasons ago. Yeah.
It's like this. And then she ended up falling in love with it. And now it's become a hobby of hers. She's like, you're trying to compete with me. It's like, I'm telling you, that is how she talks to her off camera. And I think Julia was probably like, now what's been in the dark is coming to light and I'm just going to allow it to be here. And now I can fully acknowledge it because she's showing everybody who she is.
So there is something else in the trailer for their reunion.
Yeah.
It seems like, is it Julia? Someone says something about Adriana.
It's Julia for sure.
So I'm interested to see what that is.
Yeah. Now we get the little time cards at the end, which never give us anything, but it did tell us that Todd and Alexia got a divorce. Did we know that? We knew that because there was a headline. It was like March 2025. I think what we didn't know is that they were trying to work it out, and they're still still not, and now they're not together at all. And I'm sure the airing of this did not do them any favors. But the reunion does look good. Like, that moment where they're all shocked and Andy's like, I was not expecting that. And Adriana walks away. Yeah. It's like, Julia knows too much.
Mm-hmm. So I'm interested to see what that is.
I feel like it's going to be something about Marysol's ex. Because remember, there was the whole thing. She was like, he tried to talk to me and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it. And just to see the dynamic with the women, because I'm like Kiki and Gertie and, Juliana.
Yeah, there's been a lot of
Adriana.
like shifting online, so it'll be interesting to see who's still aligned. But it does seem that Gertie, Adriana, and Lisa are on one side, and then Larsa, Marysol, Alexia, and
Julia,
and I guess Stephanie. because Stephanie is with Larsa, but Stephanie is not with Marysol and Alexia. By the way, Marysol is one of those people that is supposed to be kind of like in the background, just like giving us, random things here and there. She usually gives really good confessionals, but not in person. When Adriana said, "You're dressed to go to a funeral," and she was like, "You look like you're going to a fucking skating rink."
And she did.
I was like, okay, Marysol, that was some of your best shade. And it was quick.
Yeah. We should have known Marysol. It was very good. We should have known Marysol was going to unleash on her, because when they're at Marysol's event, which was outside.
The gifting.
Was that at her house?
I think so.
I was like, that's because, we never really see her house. You and I are always like, I don't understand her house. Her backyard was huge.
Yeah.
That was a lot going on. It was beautiful. But she said, Adriana's like, like me and Marysol, we've talked about this or whatever. Or she was like, oh, this reminded me of old times. When y'all came to my Art Basel event. She's like, remember Marysol? You used to come to my art gallery. And Marysol's like, And then she rolls her eyes so hard that Stephanie and Gertie both point at her and start laughing. And I was like, oh, she really doesn't like
no
Adriana. Like, she's really trying to keep the peace, but it just cannot stand her. But anyways, it'll all come out at the reunion, and we cannot wait. We cannot wait. Guys, that is it for us here on Morally Corrupt. Jam-packed episode, 3 episodes, all good. We will be back Tuesday. I'll have a new guest co-host with me, and we'll be talking about the Bravo News. And then Friday, we will be back here again, me and Callie, recapping for you guys. Guys, make sure to check out YouTube channel. Now is just Morally Corrupt. Like, subscribe, share it with everyone. Comment. Yes, you don't want to miss out. I think it's so much better to watch us than it is. I mean, we're great both ways, but I think it's more fun to watch. Plus, you'll get to see Justin this episode if you watch.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy.
A little sneak peek from Judge Justin.
All right, you guys. Have a safe weekend. Take care.